What is going on, guys? It's me, Myler M, and in today's video I'm going to show you the top movements and concepts which lets you see your enemies before they see you. You're a Warzone player and you don't play Cold War? Don't worry, all of the examples are recorded in Cold War, but almost all of them can be used in Warzone. You may have already been killed at the corner of a wall, but you couldn't see your enemy and thought, how the hell did this happen? The chance that this was a case of angle advantage is very high. Angle advantage exists in every FPS and is often confused with peeker's advantage, or better known as breaking the camera in Call of Duty, which is the second topic of this video. While breaking the camera is based off abusing the network situation, angle advantage is simply the use of angles to get a better perspective to see your enemies earlier. The concept is simple. Whoever is further away from the wall or the obstacle gains an advantage and might see the opponent before they see them. In this example, the yellow player can see the shoulder of the red player, but not vice versa. Let's look at an example in game. I synced these two clips based on the time. In the upper half of the screen you can see the red player, which is looking at the garage and is standing close to the corner. This way the right side of his view gets blocked by the wall, and since the yellow player is further away from the obstacle, he has an advantage and sees his opponents earlier. Of course, this also works the other way around. If the enemy comes around the corner and we are standing further away from the obstacle, we will still see him earlier. As you can see, it doesn't matter which player is moving. It's always the player which is further away from the obstacle which will have an advantage. It's a concept which especially helps a lot by clearing corners. And if you can combine your map knowledge with the concept of angle advantage, you get vital information faster, which helps you in a lot of gunfights. The faster your reaction time is, the bigger is your advantage using the angle advantage. And of course, it doesn't mean you should always use wide angles, since you will also be seen easier in an open field, and it makes it also harder to get behind cover. And like the name says, it's just an advantage. It's not a guarantee to win every gunfight. Breaking the camera or cammering is the advantage aggressive players have because of the way data is sent. Let's say we're on Nuketown and there is a yellow player here in front of the bus and the red player is standing right behind it. Now, the yellow player is peeking at the enemy. The position of the yellow player is sent to the server, which sends the new location to the red player. The time it takes until the information reaches the red player is dependent on the red player's ping. This means, if the defender has a higher ping, he will have more delay until he can see the yellow player. I tried to create a scene in-game that illustrates this in a first-person view. Like on the map. One player is on one side of the bus and the other player is on the other side. They both have roughly the same distance to the bus, so there is no angle advantage involved in this example. So, the yellow player sprints, makes a jump and turns toward the red player. As you can see in this frame, the yellow player can already see the red player's elbow, but the red player cannot see anything from the yellow player. And if we go a few frames further, the yellow player can already see the opponent's entire body, and he still cannot see the opponent. Only from this frame on does the red player see a bit of the yellow player. Let's rewind and also display the position of the yellow player on the red player's screen. The red marked character is at the position where the yellow player actually is, and the normal colored player is at the delayed position because of the enemy's ping. This way you can see the advantage very well. And of course, I'm not talking about the whole second advantage. I'm talking about milliseconds. But even if it's just 80 milliseconds, when we take in consideration that the average human reaction time is at 284 milliseconds according to humanbenchmark.com, this could be the difference between kill or death. Now that we have an understanding on why breaking the camera gives the aggressor an advantage, we should also be aware that this will only give an advantage if we have enough speed while peeking. Therefore, the best two movements are slide cancelling and jump shooting. I actually just recommend to use this concept if you know where the enemy is located, or at least you should have a very good idea where the enemy is. Otherwise, you lose your time advantage by looking for the enemy. If you liked the video and learned something new, hit the like and subscribe button, and until then, see you in the next one.